Well, hello. It's a little surprise. This is definitely a surprise. Live for readings at the round table because this is not this is not something I've ever done just for readings at the round table because I've only had this channel since September. But I wanted to do a quick little video. Sorry, I thought the dog was right there. About 2023's numerology. So I've been sitting in my office redoing the numerology for January 2023 when I realized that like a lot of people that watch the numerology on this channel may be a little confusing about when I say your personal year or something. So I'm scrapping all of the pre-recorded stuff that I've done for January 2023 and I'm going to start here and I'm going to re-record them this week and get them posted before, I promise, before the new year. I promise. But I want everybody to know that 2023 is a 7 year, okay? I mean, it's you can just add it up, 2 plus 2 plus 3, 7, right? So that being said, the 7 year is is a very interesting it's a very interesting and spiritual year. However, it may not be your personal year. This is the key here is finding out how it is going to affect you personally. Hey Alexander, how are you? So you want to see like how this affects you personally, right? Like this year. Because 2022 was a 6 year. So I was expecting to have like a harmonious year with lots of family stuff and all this stuff going on. But here I am, been a numerologist for 20 years now. Well, actually, I even started doing numbers before that, but I didn't get like, certified or whatever until like 2002. So I've been a numerologist for that long and I did not even think about doing my personal year for 2022. And I could not figure out why so much weird and bad shit was happening to me. Come to find out, 2022 was a 9 year for me. Nine. That's transitions, it's endings, it's cyclic. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's definitely not what I was planning on doing in 2022. So it was a year for me. It was a year of completion and releasing. And it was a big deal for me. So, oh, Alexander, you're so sweet. And I can't see your full name. I'm gonna have to look at that. Alexander Alexander the Light Warrior. Oh my gosh. How much do I love that? I threw you up on the screen. I hope you're okay with that. So I was very it was very interesting to find that out like here at the end of 2022 that all year long I was like, where is my harmony? Where is like, the focus on partnerships and stuff? And I didn't even think to do my personal year. So when I did my personal year and I was just like, oh, right. A 9 year. So the great thing is that 2023 will be a 1 year for me personally. That's fantastic. See, Alexander, okay, first of all, I love that you've been studying numerology for 7 years because, again, spiritual expansion, right? Hmm, love that. And a life path 44, holy shit, that's freaking fantastic. That's awesome. Although, I will tell you, I just found a book, and this is the first book I've ever seen like this. I found a book that doesn't have the highest opinion of the master numbers. I'm a master number, you're a master number. It does not have a high opinion of master numbers, and I was stunned. I was like, "What now?" That seems a little weird, but It was really interesting. It was an old book too, and I guess in the '60s, they did not have a high opinion of the master numbers. Can you imagine? I think that's bizarre, but I mean, we all have a shadow side, right? But, you just anyway. So, I wanted to look at 7, but I also wanna encourage everyone to do their own, calculation of their personal year. So, I did put it in the ticker. Let me see how to yeah, there we go. Okay, so to calculate your personal year, what you wanna do is take your birth month, your birthday, and the current year. And when I say day, I mean, like, that date. So, I use my great-grandfather's, like, stuff for, like, almost everything, because he has, transitioned. So, I use his as an example on most of my things. Where is the words documents that I have? The master numbers have a lot more responsibilities and challenges to embrace. Yes, they do. You're absolutely right. I completely agree with that. Um, there we go. Okay, let me doing this live, you really see me with like warts and all here. Okay, so to calculate, this is the example that I use. My great grandfather's birthday was September 10th, 1900. Okay, so very easy to do. And so if your this is an example, his birth month was September, so 9. His birthday is the 10th, so 9 plus 10, and then plus the current year that you're trying to calculate for. And in this case, it would be a 7 because it's 2023. Could you be an 11 master number? Real close, real close. Actually, my husband, who I call Dr. Seuss, is an 11. He does not like it very much. That's the one that he tries to ignore all of his spiritual all of his intuition and his spiritual gifts. And so we've had to deal with kidney stones with him. We've had to deal with other stuff. It's just like headaches and all kinds of things plaguing him because that's what happens if you try to ignore your spiritual gifts. I know. So, I'm a 22 actually. Yeah. You're a Virgo as well, aren't you? Hmm. Very nice. I love that. Feel like I'm having a personal conversation with you, Alexander, because I didn't advertise that I was going to do this live today, so there's nobody else here. Surprise. It's a Virgo. I am just so funny. I'm really Yes, it is very interesting. It is very interesting because we have uh, our sons have just interesting numbers. We're just an interesting family, and we're all Earth, all of us. 3 Virgos and a Taurus. I love this. I love it. But so this is the way that you do your personal year. So you want to see what 2023 is really going to hold for you. Do your personal year. Look at this little thing here at the bottom, the little ticker going across the bottom. And that's how you add up to see what your personal year is. Okay? Is really important because it would have been a totally different 2022 would have been a totally different year for me had I gone into it the way that like knowing that it was a 9 year for me. I think I would have had a different spin on it. I think I would have had like a different feeling about it. But it was great. As soon as I discovered that it was like a 9 year for me, it was like all of a sudden I understood and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, this is all on me." Like some of the transitions and the changes that I'd gone through, it was just I went, "I get it. I get it." And so it wasn't bad. I mean, it actually helped me figure out, like, that it wasn't their fault. It was more on me. It was more my fault that I these were things that I had to go through. So, it did feel a little better. Yes, all earth signs, very grounded. Oh my gosh. It's crazy how everybody in my house is a homebody. Mhm. So much fun. So, um, this is still 2023 is gonna be a great year. It's a time 7 is a time of spiritual connection to each other, to the universe, to nature. It's a time of spiritual study, expanding yourself spiritually, metaphysically, expanding your knowledge. It's a search and recognizing peace. Um, Now I wonder how this is gonna affect, like, some of the things that's going on in the world, um, how we are going to search for and recognize peace. I mean, because there's some upheaval going on right now in the world, you know? So, 7 is definitely a time of insight. It's a time of trusting your own judgment. It's a time of philosophy, but it's also a time of rest and contemplation. So, yes, we're very philosophical during this time. We're also very introspective. It's a wonderful time. It's the relationship. 7 is the relationship with the cosmos, is finding answers within yourself and trusting them. So I really do like that. I was trying to think of the so we do have some shadow effects, obviously. Um oh, that I have notes all over my page because I'm a disorganized Virgo today. Yeah. Um People with a life path of 7 are destined to put integrity and intellect before material gain or power, no matter at the cost, especially to themselves. So these are, I don't want to say they're martyrs, but they could be. Um, but the thing about it is, we do have some shadow effects here of self imposed isolation, self doubt, or running from problems or decisions. Now, this also depends on you personally, right? Um, 9 personal year and a 6 universal year, mostly things with family and friends coming to a closure. Yes, you're absolutely right, Alexander. Um, with some people and things to round off, prepare yourself for the personal very it that is very, very true. It is. In a reflection, spiritual year, high energy year in 1987 was also a high energy year. Yeah. The harmonic convergence. Earth was getting hit with high energy. Well, very nice. Well, so I do feel like let's see, 15 plus. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Alexander. I like that. So, the 7 time is it can be very, very great. It can be because we are in a place of, like, spiritual expansion. And Alexander is saying the same thing in the chat here, and, if you guys are watching this in the reruns, which I assume most of you will, because I didn't announce this, that I was going live. Um, but he read this in the chat of what he's saying, that, like, 7 year is like it's an inner reflections year. It is. It's a very spiritual year. Oh, I drank all my water. Um, I love this. And we may be getting hit with a lot of energy this year. But I do feel like some of the chickens are coming home to roost. Some of the stuff is coming back. And it just depends really where you are in your personal life, because we're all under, "Hey, Alethea, how are you?" I know I didn't announce this at all. like I just jumped in. Um, but what we have here is like everybody on the planet that's in the year 2023 is under the umbrella of a 7 year. Then it comes like your personal year is the next umbrella. So we have levels. We have everybody under the umbrella of 2023. Then what is your personal year? Right? So see what the next level of that is saying to you. It's just like Alexander is saying, because I had a 9, my personal year was a 9 in 2022. The endings, the transitions, the completions and releasing that I all had, or the removing of the physical and spiritual clutter that I had in my life, was with my family and friends. It wasn't with, like, maybe my closet, although it probably should be. It's a mess. But the thing is, that's how it applied to me. So, here I am moving into a 1 year as my personal year in 2023, and it's a 7 year universally. So looking at how this one is going to apply to me personally is what Alexander is saying in the chat. So that's kind of how you want to look at this. You want to look at your personal year and how that's going to apply to the 7 year. Alethea, I cannot remember like your number, and I have it in my book. I'm sorry, because she's one of my clients. Um, but look at your month, the month of birth, the day of birth, and then add it to 7 and see what that number comes out to be, because 7 is 2023, and see what your personal year is going to be. And we can take a look at that. Since it's just you and Alexander here, I can do that. And I love that Alexander is also a numerologist. Love it. So as soon as I find my phone. Okay, so okay, so Alexander, and this is really great because Alexander is he is already a life path 44-8, but 2023 is actually an 8 year for him. So his personal year is an 8 year. So he is looking at abundance of a spiritual connection. He's looking at an abundance of like spiritual knowledge and that connection coming in. So it's just wonderful. Thanks, Alethea. Yes, Alethea, this is Alexander. Alexander, this is Alethea. She's lovely. So 6. This is so cool. Both of you are moving into an 8 year next year. I'm just going to add it up again because I make a lot of mistakes. Nope, both of you are in an 8 year. So this is really, really great that the two of you are both moving into like this time of um eh, like spiritual expansion in a 7 year, because the abundance that you're going to be like having, the abundance that you're going to be bringing in is eh, and the stuff that you're going to be manifesting, because both of you are really great manifestors. Both of you can live a life of abundance. It's up to you whether you want to live an abundance of like really great stuff or an abundance of a bucket of poo. I don't want to get banned from my new channel. Although I do cuss a lot on it. I try really hard not to, but the stuff just comes out of my mouth. I know. And this channel isn't monetized yet, so it's really like, yeah. Um so this is great. You both are life path. I mean, both of your years that you're going into in 2023 is an 8. So let's just look at that a little closer, shall we? Since you two are my guinea pigs here. So, an 8 typically is abundance. It's understanding that there's an infinite supply. It's inspiration. It's self-empowerment and setting an example of that. It's a time of service, but it's a time of service to everyone, yes, but it's also a time of service to yourself and reaping what you sow. This is a great time to exhibit some ambition and seeing the best in others. Power, this is a great time of power and money, but because we're in a 7 year, how it applies here is that there's going to be that abundance, and maybe it's coming in a spiritual capacity. Maybe it's coming in a metaphysical way. And I know some of the stuff that Alethea is doing. And Alethea with all the essential oils, oh my gosh, this is a wonderful, wonderful time for you. And for Alexander, I don't know if you are running a spiritually based business, but this might be the year that it really, really takes off. So, yes, you're right, Alexander. A lot of people in 2023 going to do some spiritual practice. So I don't know what your current profession is, Alexander, but seeing that you have I just love this. I'm just going to post your thing again because look, it's Alexander the light worker. I love it. I just love it. So, but Alexander, I don't know if you do this full time, but this may be the year that you do it full time. And if you're already doing it full time, maybe this is a year that like true abundance comes in. It's really cool and I love it. It's fascinating. And I love some numerology. I mean, I'm just so obsessed with the numbers. I just can't stop. So I am redoing all of the numerology that I originally recorded for January 2023. But I also want to point out that January and February carry the vibration of November and December. So when we look at January and February, we're going to be looking at the same numbers based on your personal numerology that we had in November and December. So for example, because Alexander's already told me that he's an 8. Are you an 8, Alethea? Like I can't remember. Like your life path number? So, for example, because Alexander is an 8, he's a 44-8 actually. Um, with a 7 personal area. So great. Okay. Oh, great. So I have both of you. Okay. So for Alexander, in January, his personal month is going to be a 7, and February is going to be an 8 month for him. So this is the same thing that he had in November and this month in December. But what we see is that the beginning of the year is sort of carrying the vibration of the end of the previous year. And we carry that into the new year. Now, I have theory about this. This is just one of Jennifer's little quirky theories. So I have a theory about this that it's because of the Eastern, like the Chinese zodiac. The Chinese New Year doesn't usually start until mid-January, sometimes even into February. I believe it's even been as late as March every now and then. However, that's when I truly feel like the new year, the vibration of that year has really come in, because I do feel like we bring in the vibration of the previous year with us because of we're still carrying it from November and December. It's very exciting. I know. Been working on the law of attractions. Oh, hun, no. See, this is great. There's no mastering the law of attraction. It's like something that we just like have to roll with every time. Every time I learn something, I have to like change it up because I'm like, oh wait, I understand it on a different level now, and I have to like rework it. Yeah, that I think that's the great thing about the law of attraction, personally. But Okay, so Alethea. Alethea is starting off January with a 9 and then moving into a 1 energy in, February. I know. So I think that this is just wonderful. I mean, I really do because I feel like we're all just like really gonna have like a, I don't want to say a spiritual awakening next year, but I will say not everybody is comfortable with not everybody is really comfortable with spiritual expansion. Some people really resist it. And I know this for sure because our house number is a 7. And my husband really, really resisted it. He was having a hard time with it. It doesn't sit well with him. And so I changed the number of our house. I changed the vibration of the number of our house so that he could feel more comfortable. Now, as he is getting more comfortable, I remove the number every now and then just to bring it back to that 7 energy to see like if he can tolerate it, I guess is a good way to put it. Just trying to, you know, open that up. Yes, Alethea, it has been. November and December has absolutely been challenging. But I think and again, this is my opinion, this is my theory. I think the reason why we're going through it while we're going to go through it again in January, February is because not not that we need the challenges again, but now we can kind of like ease into it a little bit easy, more we can like sort of go, okay, I've been here. Like I've done this. I know the ropes now. I can get through this. And I don't feel like January and February is as harsh if we've done a lot of work in November and December. And this comes every year. It comes every year. But if we're not doing any of the, spiritual work in November and December, it will come back on us in January and February. What 9? Oh, because November was a 9-month for you. So in the monthly numerologies that I do, Alethea, the so life path 1 had a 9-month in November. And so January is going to be that that sort of vibe too. This has been really good though. I mean, I do feel like this has been um I do feel like this is going to be like a really good I feel like this is going to be a really good year, honestly. Hmm. My gosh. So, all right, I'm just adding numbers. I have to stop. And I think the cats must be coming in the cat door. So, when I go back and I redo the monthly numerology for January, I want everybody to know that when I am telling you to calculate your personal year, this is what I'm talking about. This equation right here to see what kind of vibration that you're living with. And it's multiple numbers, people. It's never just one. But we have to see how they play off of each other. It's exactly like looking at numerology versus astrology. When we look at the astrology chart, we're looking at how the planets and the houses and the signs all play off each other, right? This is giving us this great opportunity to say, hey, this is how like my personal year is going to play off the year of like everybody of the universe, and then how like this is also going to contribute to my like my personal month and what vibration I'm going to be living with. Because like next year, with it being a 7 year, we're going to look at our personal year. And then under that, we're going to be looking at our personal month. So the, it's all going to be playing off of this spiritual connection. It's all going to be playing off of um, our spiritual connection to each other, to nature, to the universe. And it's going to be about our spiritual study and expanding that knowledge and that connection. This is like an important thing. So every month is going to be a little bit different for us. So, Alethea, for you, because you're going into a 7 year, like everybody, but your personal year's an 8, and then you're starting off the year at a 9. So maybe you're releasing some things that no longer serve you, like metaphysically or spiritually. You could be like just going, okay, so that didn't work or that didn't play out like I thought. So now I'm going to use some logic and I'm going to take like some steps in a different direction. It's not that you're in the wrong kitchen, it's that you could just be looking at the wrong pot. So that's a great way to put that, because that's what this transition thing is about, is because I think that you're still meant to study like a lot of the stuff and the things that you've been targeting to do, but now maybe you're just going to be looking at it from a different perspective. And that could be the transition or the releasing or whatever it is that you're doing in January. It could be applying that towards your spiritual study or your metaphysical study. Maybe you're taking the oils in a different direction. Maybe you're taking like some of the dreams that you have, some of the thoughts that you've been, going in the same direction, but it takes a left-hand turn. That could be the way to go. I think it's just about change for you. So it's a very interesting, it's very interesting to me. So with Alexander, again, we're under a 7 and then an 8, but first his I just lost the thing. Yeah, in January, he's in another 7. So this is doubly about like a spiritual thing. This is doubly about that for him. So in January, he is really, really going to be focusing on that metaphysical part of his work. He's really going to be focusing on that. Is he taking classes? Is he bringing in clients? Is he starting a channel? Do you already have a channel, Alexander? Hmm. So this is a good place, like, because Alexander is focused on the right thing. He's in the right kitchen. He's on the right pot. Now maybe it's starting to boil over. I like that, how you guys are in there. Hey, Kelsey, how are you? Um, so this is really, again, it's very fascinating. I love this. So Kelsey, if you want to do your numerology, we can talk about that really fast if you already know your life path number. And then if you want to calculate your personal year. YouTube closed my channel 7 times. I speak too much. Alexander, this is where you have to be careful, okay? Do you want to get your spiritual and metaphysical message out there? Or do you want to talk about the government? I get it. I get it. But I love this group because there's so many different like people. There's so many different everything, so many different ways of thinking, so many different political views. There's even people from different countries that follow me on my new channel. And I just I just love it. So we refer vaguely to policies that may be happening, But the more important thing is that we get the message out, we give them the teaching so they can apply it to things in their life. Kelsey is a life path 1. Okay, awesome. Alethea is too. And so Kelsey, look at your birth month, your birthday, and then the current year that we're going into is a 7. So 2023 is a 7 year. So we're going to add the month that you were born, the day that you were born to 7. And that should be your personal year. And then we can start calculating this because I love it, love it, love it. I'm so sorry that YouTube keeps closing your channel though, Alexander. It's very difficult. So I just on all my channels and even my Facebook group, I have a Facebook group that's very private. It's called the Developing Empath. And I'm just like, no, we're out. We're not talking about politics here. 12 reduces to a 3. Yes. So is that your personal year, Kelsey? Because that's really cool. Because then we get to do somebody else's year. Okay, so if Kelsey is like we're under the major umbrella of a 7, this is the universal umbrella, right? So then we've got Kelsey's personal year, that's a 3. Yeah. So all of her spiritual connection. Let me get out my pages. I'm a little bit disorganized for a Virgo today. Okay. So if her personal year, I'm sorry, Kelsey, I didn't mean to assume you're a girl, but I just like it's not an insult if you're not. I'm sorry. Okay, so if Kelsey's personal year is a 3, so we're all under the umbrella of the 7 of like the spiritual, metaphysical connection and expansion and like all of this. And then we have the 3 under communication. So we've got the communication linked in with the 7. So now we've got self-expression, whether it's in writing, art, music, or speaking. We've got self-expression, communication of thoughts and emotions, speaking your truth, having family ups and downs in this year. So this is really, really excellent because this means you're going to be talking more about like maybe your spiritual beliefs. Maybe you're going to be studying more about like your like what you want to do with your spirituality. This could be the year that you really take a lot of classes, or this could be a year that you design your own cards. I mean, like designing like tarot cards or something. I just picked these up because Molly's doing the readings, so they're sitting here on selenite. um, but that would be a wonderful option. But it could just be a year that you're talking about it. It could just be a year that you're like expressing that and bringing it in. Now, since you're a life path 1, here's the other little part that we're playing here. So we've got the 7 year, the 3 year that's for Kelsey personally, and then the month. So January for you is a 9-month, Kelsey. So again, we see that you could be sitting back and going, do I want to change this? Do I want to go in a different direction with my spiritual growth? Do I want to go in a different direction with my metaphysical growth? And it's good. It's good. It's good to change that up. It's good to open yourself up to new possibilities because we don't want spirit to have to shut a door on us just so we'll look around to see the other doors that are open, because that's how we get into a rut. We want to constantly be going, what is that? What is that? I mean, I'm always taking like new classes and new stuff because I feel like that like uh, even spiritual people, even people that are teaching classes in metaphysics should also be doing continuing education because we don't need to get stuck in a rut. We just don't. Where have you been? Yeah. So funny. Rachel told me that I'm supposed to be looking in more spiritual. Wow. I'm telling you, it's this year. 2023 is going to be like that for everybody, and some people are going to be very uncomfortable with it. Mouse, baby, I know I'm talking to these nice people though. Yeah, I am. Hmm. He's so sweet. But so this is definitely going to be a year of putting integrity first, um and intellect before material gain, and I think this is a great time to expand and express yourself. Look, Kelsey says hi. Yeah. Oh my goodness, your feet are cold. You need to stay inside more. I know there's not birds and lizards and whatever else he brings in here. I mean, he brings me gifts. Badger does too, but um Mouse brings them right up to my desk. This is so much fun. So, but I really seriously, I've been doing numerology for 20 years. I forgot to do my personal year for 2022. I just went, "Oh, it's the 6th year. It's going to be great. It's going to be a piece of cake." Personal year of a 9, it wasn't a piece of cake, but it was good because transitions needed to happen. And I wasn't looking at other open doors because I was just like, no, no, the door I have is fine. It's fine until spirit shut it. And then we had to look around some, didn't we? Hi. Oh, wow, Kelsey. I'll bet you had a lot of open intuition that year or 2022 this year. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And I bet it was very intuitive about like groups that you are a part of. Yeah, like your family and like people that you're close to, any kind of partnerships. I know, baby. Look. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm blocking your food. How horrible of me. I was blocking his food bowl. By the way, it's one of many food bowls that he has in my office. Not me spoiling the cats. Okay, I spoil the dogs too. I'm not, you know, I'm just like whatever, spoiling everybody. Is it okay if I put that there? Oh my gosh. I'm trying to leave my job, not a good environment. Oh, hold on. Life path 1. Okay, so there's several opportunities of change for you, Kelsey, in 2023. The first of which is in January. Like January, February are good opportunities for you to change, to leave your current job. Then another time rolling around would be anytime April through June, really, is an excellent time for change. So that there's it's not that there's only one shot here. It's that you just have to like watch the dial and see when the best time for you to tune in is. Had an interview on Friday and another in 10 days. Oh my gosh. So this really could be like a January, February thing for you, Kelsey. Now I'm nosy. I gotta see. This really could be like a January, February thing for you because it's good in terms of numerology. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I think this is great. 6 of Cups. because you're saying goodbye to something that you've had an attachment to. And I think at the beginning you liked the job that you currently have, right? But now it's just a toxic environment. I think this is awesome. I think you're going to take good memories with you, but I think you're going to move on. Oh, that's awesome. Moving on. And I love, love, love this deck because it's like spirit is lighting the way for you. Well, think that's working out. Yeah, that's it. Really, January and February are great times of change for you. Yeah. So it's just like Alethea, we were talking to her about her like change, like changes and stuff. So this is I think this is going to be a great time. Yeah. And it is. It's lots of moving on, especially for that life path one. And it's fantastic because you're moving into a personal year of 3, and that is communication, is talking. So I don't know what this new job is, but it does feel like you could be doing a lot of that. So excited. And then I'm also going to be doing this. I think I'm going to do it in January. Let me see. Yeah. So I think I'm going to do this in January. Let me make sure of the date. Because I want to do this before the actual Chinese New Year. Okay, so the Chinese New Year is January 22nd in 2023. So I probably have to do this the first week of January. The first week of January, I am going to be talking about everybody's uh Chinese sign and the like the Chinese horoscope sort of for the year. So we're going to be going through that. So if you're watching this and you want to Google what your Chinese zodiac sign is, we're going to be doing that January 22nd, or that's when the Chinese New Year is. So I'm going to be doing it probably the first week of January. And remember, if you were born in January or February, you may be the year before zodiac sign, not that current year, because the Chinese New Year can be as late as March, but most of the time, like 99% of the time, is January and February. In fact, it's been a while since it has been March, but it can be pretty late. It can be as late as like February 19th. Yeah, it's all over the place. So make sure that you Google it to double check what your Chinese sign is. So I love that. She knows. She's an ox. One interview was a secretary at a high school, and the other one is cutting excess spending in the State Department. Two very different jobs. Oh my. Okay, wait. Are you an Aquarius or are you a Pisces? Because the thing is, those are two different signs there. I mean, very different vibrations. So think about the job that you want in terms of like an Aquarius likes to have the same job, but maybe it's a little different every day. Like, you're going into that building, you're going to work at this place, but it's a little different every day. Like, there's something different in the air every day, you know? Like, you're never sure of like exactly what you're going to be doing. But the Pisces, okay, there you go. So the Pisces wants a little bit more of a tether, a little bit more of an anchor. Like, I know I have to do this at this time. You know, they like a little bit of spontaneity, but not like spontaneity. And I don't know what your moon sign or is anything. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Okay, Kelsey, you are you are quite the interesting one because you're a Sun Pisces and an Aquarius moon and rising. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I'm a rat. I'm a rat. Um, no, not all Geminis are rats, Alethea. I am a rat and I'm a Virgo. I was just born in the year of the rat, 1972. Who hit the big 50 this year? Pisces Mercury too. Holy shit, lady. You are hilarious. Okay, so you are probably like you probably have more of that Pisces energy because you have the sun and the moon in Pisces and then Aquarius rising, but the Aquarius rising gives you that bit of spontaneity, that bit of dimension. Oh my gosh. I know one of my brothers is a Pisces and I just I love him. Oh my gosh. He is just a big old heart, you know. I love that. So, oh my gosh, and having that Pisces and Mercury, that's how you communicate. Hmm. So yes, but I'm a rat, Alethea. So I'm just taking a stab in the dark here. Were you born in 60? I'm just guessing. But this is awesome, you guys. I really had no plans to talk this long, but I love like everybody that joined. You are special, Kelsey. You are. You're awesome. I mean, I just love it. It's just so that's a lot of Pisces. That's a lot of Pisces. And I love me some Pisces people, but that is just a shitload of Pisces. Yeah. Okay, hang on, Alethea. Let's look at Alethea, are you a Capricorn? No, you said you were a Gemini. Hang on. I got it. Okay, I sound like that man that I follow on Facebook. I love him so much. His name is MJ something. And he goes, "Get in here, get in here." I love him so much. He always goes, "Get in here, get in here, get in here." Let me tell you. And he tells these just phenomenal, awesome stories while he's putting on his makeup. And he's just like, and he goes, "Let me just tell you this." And he goes, "Oh, look at this. Let me tell you how to get these bags out from under your eyes." I love him. I've never been able to catch him live. I only end up watching him like in the reruns, you know, but yeah. If you're listening, MJ, I'm not trying to copy you, but I do love you. It's so awesome. I gotta remember his last name. Okay, Alethea, this says you are a snake, and that's really awesome. Let's see. Oh, this is great. Personality of the snake may remain still for a very long time. Silent, patient, but ever alert. That sounds like you. Mhm. Birthday is 2/21 and the year of the ox started on 2/20. Wow, Kelsey, so you're like one of the first ones of that year. You're like, "I'm gonna do it. It's me. It's me." Oh my gosh. But yes, I'm gonna go through all of the signs when I do that show. I don't know if I'm gonna do it live or not, but I'm definitely gonna do a show about the Chinese horoscope and I'm gonna go through everybody's stuff so that everyone can plan out their year. I don't even know what year we're going into. Did I say rabbit? I think I said rabbit. Um 2023 2023 is the year of the rabbit. I've got some comments on that. But the fertility is in my house because I'm not having a baby at 51. That would be negative. I mean, there's too many of my friends that are grandmothers, you know? Yeah. I love it. Y'all send me the little bunnies. I love it. Okay. Are y'all feeling good about your year? If you're watching this in the reruns, feel free to email me at metaphysicalroundtable@gmail.com. I think I can put it in a banner. Um, Sorry, I have to go to the banners. Okay, I don't, but I'll put it in there. Okay. Just so y'all can find me. And I swear I'll get back to you. Sometimes it takes me a few days, but I promise I will get back to you. It's just really, really busy because I'm still working with all of my clients, but I'm also making a lot of videos every week and trying to edit them. So it's a new schedule and a new rhythm for me, but I'm also have been doing outlines for classes that I'm going to teach in person um in 2023. I'm actually going to be doing some in-person classes. So, I'm still going to have an option for a small amount of people to do an online connection, but I do have to have I have to make sure that I have the money to pay someone to watch the online chat so that I can respond to them as well as responding to the people in the classroom because I don't want anybody to feel left out. So, there's that. But so I do have some stuff coming up. This is gonna be I'm very excited about 2023. You know what? I'm very excited about every day, every year, every month. I try to be the optimist and say, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be great. Even as I'm walking into the shitstorm, I still go, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be fine. We need the fertilizer. And then I just try to be brave. One of my clients gave me so many fun shirts for my birthday this year. I got one that says not sorry and then one that's brave, and I went and bought some like a love shirt cuz I was like, "Ah, let's throw that in there." Okay. I never thought about that, Alethea, about Saturday evenings. But I can definitely do Saturdays and Sundays. The center that I want to hold them at is in Marietta, but Alethea, we can work something out. So, but I have outlined some really great classes, especially if you are wanting to start any kind of business, not just a spiritually based business, but we're going to talk about SEOs. Yeah, Um, and we're going to talk about YouTube channels and things that I've found that were mistakes and things that I found that were really, really good. So I am going to have a workshop on that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, no, Alethea, I get that because I had a car wreck in 2003, and my night vision has just slowly deteriorated since then. So yeah. Kelsey, where are you at? Where are you located? Um, Oh, yeah, people checking in on me. Love that. Um, but I will have some opportunities for a few people online. I would like to keep it to less than maybe 5 people online. So, oh my gosh, I lived in Colorado for years. So I know who you are now. I am used to seeing you on Facebook, Kelsey. So, see, I'm there. But this is fantastic. You guys are awesome. But I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated, and I'm also doing a giveaway. I'm also doing a giveaway of an astrology calendar. Oh, I didn't tell you I was going to give that away. It's a book. And some other things. And my lovely, lovely friend Carrie Rodriguez is donating a $25 gift certificate to her store at La Hermosa Bruja, which has phenomenal stuff. And I've shown her stuff before on the show. It's awesome. So I have a giveaway going. If you want to be in that giveaway possibility, I'm going to draw names from people that have subscribed to my website, which is metaphysicalroundtable@gmail.com. And you just have to go on there and put in your email address to become a subscriber, and we're in. So, and I'll be making that drawing like here in the next little while because I want to make sure everybody gets their astrology calendar and the other little treats before the new year. And you'll be able to start your new year off with some really incredible smudges or whatever else you choose from Carrie's store. So it's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. All right, you guys, I'm going to sign off. It has been an hour, but thank you so, so much for joining me today. And if you're watching this in the reruns and you have questions for me, or if you want me to look at your year ahead, which I am going to do in videos, here is my email address. It may take me a few days to get back to you, but I swear I will. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you for joining this surprise live. Alexander, Alethea, Kelsey, y'all are awesome. You rock the Casbah. And I will see all of you later. Have an awesome day. And don't forget, get out there and make your magic. Bye.